After following a trail through the forest and dealing with a La Crota, and finally arriving upon the track of the black ichor that you were initially following, and also buying the pigs and killing off the ones that were infected with this estranged slime that seemed to infect the farm town before. Finally arrived here, came upon Ronan Ronal Lazali, which was in a fair state of peace. You see quite a large mix of people, some from over the seas, others that are from different regions of the countries. You can even see that there are quite a few that are definitely the oddity with the Minotaur, as well as a few other, well, warriors of interest from the Brass Blades over at the Guild, as well as the Dancing Pixie Tavern. After getting to know quite a few people around and trying to follow the Ichor for a bit, everyone decided to take a moment and rest and just kind of enjoy the things that were going on. Jin managed to keep Ku from drinking for a little while before finally giving him a drink that he deserved, and one that was almost equal to his body mass and tankard size. After getting a few more bits and bobs of information and digs from Jorger Aglon, as well as a few other people, as well as Burlad Brightpelt and his silent compatriot Reeves, they've recently cleared out a goblin den. They give you the lowdown on where to find other work, or even to find different information amongst the guild, and that Jorger Aglon has kept a fair bit of mercenary work, or at least the more dangerous ones, in the back office for the paperwork, and unless he knows that people are either skilled enough or at least seem that they have enough number to be able to handle some of the missions that he has that are a little more serious. After perusing some of the markets and getting to know the drow, air quote, herbalist that had clearly had quite a few guards posted up around his stall of Gildan, as well as
drug dealer,
as well as a few other poisons, drugs, spices, and other interesting mercantile information and brokering. He managed to find out that the giants nearby have been attempted to be bought off by various places around. In Otren, the Belachus, the Masunde, and others that are attempting to bribe them as best as they can, though seemingly to not much great success. So, some of the townsfolk, as well as yourself, seeing the reason and rhyme to at least try and prevent a war with some of the giants, especially having one giant friend yourself back with Commander Zhang in the forests, decide to take it upon yourselves to go out and see if you can't broker some peace and also earn some favor with the township. And not to mention, if successful in coming back, Gimdane, the dwarven blacksmith in the town that has become a little renowned for some of the forges of magic and specialty metals and ingots in the town, has made a deal with you, giving you information as to where a mine is that needs to be cleared out, in which you'd be able to partner with him and get a little bit of extra money and such from the deal that he's brokered alongside with you, especially for giving you a fairly nice crate of adamantine ingots to trade with the fire giant ruler that seems to be leading some of the hill giants in the area. Many of the people are still at peace with it, but still worried that he might be easily bought off, which is why you are now heading in that direction yourselves. After buying quite a few things in preparation, a couple magic items, a few of the adamantine bars, as well as a cask of golden ale, so you can try and get past the, well, not so bright hill giant guards that are said to be posted up outside where the fire giant seems to have rulership. You are full well and ready, and then after that you met Dia Yi, who had approached you and your party, attempting to find mercenary work, and after a quick exposition between Jin and Dia Yi and a nice brief combat to see if she could hold her own, managed to prove herself enough where Jin decided to take her on as a pupil and allow her to join the group. Which, after all of this was done, we are now at the point of where you are about to start trek or plotting your trek with the horses that you do have, if you want to get a cart or a wagon, onto where the supposed fire giants should be, as the Jorger Agalon has given you direction as to where it was for the northeastern area of the lands. It would be in the midst section, close to the trade roads, almost kind of middle of where Marino and Rinana Ritopia is at. Which I can post that out to you guys real quick. Which be more on these borders here near the trade roads.
This map is really cool. I know I say it every time it comes up, but this map is really cool.
Glad you like it. It's my own damn fault for making the town name so tongue twister. But of course, with this all this under your belt, all your supplies at the ready, the adamantine bars split up amongst you. Would you immediately head out onto the roads with what horses you have, or will you attempt to get a cart?
Well, are we also carrying something that's like massively heavy?
The bars.
Yes,
Yeah.
the adamantine bars, and then you also have two golden casks of ale that you bought.
So it would be wise if you get a cart.
I agree. It seems prudent.
Alright.
Where do you get a cart around here?
Cart store.
How about we just jack one?
The lawful good cleric says.
It's just that I see one unattended over here. You know, I'm just saying.
Where do you see one unattended?
In the top part of the map, to the right.
How do you see that from where you're standing?
Magic.
Vision from the future.
It just so happens all the windows line up, you know, through the buildings.
Yeah. The windows in this brick wall right here.
We'll
Yeah,
stick with
yeah,
that story.
exactly.
She's just doing like a Hawkeye moment.
Of course.
That calculated angle.
Rain, what does your elven eyes see?
My elven tingles tells me that there's an unattended
tingles?
cart over there. Cough, cough. Cough, cough.
I mean, since he's not here, we could have Ramis go take the cart.
Oh
Like
my
that.
god.
Now, it's not like something could happen to him.
What about Koo? We have a rogue. Hold on.
Crack open a cold one with the boys.
Hey, Koo. Koo.
Yeah?
I think we might have a job for you. Do you think you could get us a cart? Like a wagon?
I think I could do that.
All right, we're gonna take the horses and start. He's turned into a stoner. I'm not sure when that happened. Whoa, dude, we're gonna take the horses and we're gonna ride out of town.
Need a little less flow and a little more.
Yeah, a little bit more of this. Yeah, we're gonna get going.
This is coming from the guy who does not like trust Ku for anything.
No, Nate doesn't trust Ku. Aiden loves Ku.
Oh,
He
Nate
knocked me the
keeps his
fuck
suspicion.
out, man. Oh.
Suspicious. Also, that's why we risk him and not us. We leave town. He steals a thing. If he gets caught, that's on him.
Wow.
or Ku.
For real.
I don't see any of you stopping me or him.
I mean, it was either gonna be Ku or my sister. It was either or. We all would have left town anyway.
Decent.
Has anybody told Ku where the cart is? Because he's going in the wrong direction. Somebody help the poor guy out.
Well, technically, he was just told to get a car. Maybe he already knows where there is one.
All right, Miss Legolas. Do you see anywhere else on the map there's a cart?
Maybe he's leaving the map. Maybe he's not going to stay right in town.
Here's another one down here. And of course, this is all the windows lining up again, mind you.
Of course. Every time.
I saddle up my horse and I get ready to prepare to leave town. And I wait for the others.
Alright.
I mean, I'll call Invincible as soon as we get out of town.
Alrighty. Grab
Get
it.
her done.
On the road again.
I just can't stop. We're on the road again.
On the road again. I'm getting on the road again.
Y'all are hilarious.
Return of the horses. Alrighty. So, how long do you wait outside of town for Ku?
That is the
Up to
question.
an hour.
Probably not more than an hour.
Alrighty.
Off of the main road, like to the side of the road, not in clear view.
Okay.
Where we would not
We
be
want to
right
see
in the
Ku
middle.
before he sees us.
Yeah. A
Or
good
the
50
south.
feet from the road.
Alrighty. So. As you do wait your hour for Ku, it gets to the 30-minute mark. And then you'll see what looks like a fair amount of dust and noise being kicked up from the town's direction. As you do see a cart and wagon and a horse with it as well.
Who's driving?
And driving extremely fast
Oh dear.
is Kuposhak. Very, very clearly distraught as he, keeps whipping the reins as he's like trying to, very clearly quickly leave town.
shit. We got to go. We should not stand around.
Is he being pursued?
So. Oh, let me just resize this bad boy.
God, he brought half a cart.
There. So, at this point, you do see what looks like a town guard riding after him on their own horses.
Crap.
But he just keeps going. Just
So we're following him, right?
Yeah.
We're following him on our little horsies.
would be easy enough to do so.
How about I just jump on the cart?
All right, so just jump on the cart. Koo kind of looks back and like, I was wondering where you were.
I was right here all along, Koo Shack.
So,
how many guards are there, or is it just one?
let's see. Well, the guards in the back, there's 3 that are riding on horses. As they're chasing after you as well. I love this. It's a great way to start the game. So, going in a little bit of order, because obviously you guys are, like just
Should we roll initiative?
just behind. Well, going in order, obviously you guys have followed up. Won't have to roll initiative unless you guys get locked in combat or something. But will you do anything to try and slow down the guards on their horses or anything as they are trying to keep pace with you, or are you just going to try and outpace them?
Can I cast Wall of Thorns with my staff?
job.
Yeah, can I just block off the whole path with Wall of Thorns?
With that, yes, you can.
It's 20 feet high, 40 feet thick. It's ridiculous. Oh no, 40 feet, 10.
5 feet thick,
so
20 foot.
What the fuck? I come in and there's action music? What the hell?
We're in combat. We stole a wagon. Get on board, bitch.
We stole a wagon?
Yeah,
Well,
but run it.
who stole a wagon?
Oh, really?
Well, we told
Yeah, the
him
Holy
to.
Priestess
Don't
suggested
be
it.
honest. Be honest. We told him
Actually, the Holy Priestess did not. It was Aiden.
to. Word.
Okay, so
Rain
what the fuck
said
did I
it, and
miss?
then Aiden told
See,
Koo to
Rain
do-
wanted
we
to steal the
stole a wagon
himself.
so we could load up the adamantine bars and the gold so we could go bribe the giant. Now the guards are after us, and I'm casting Wall of Thorns in the middle of the way to block them as much as I.
So what happens when we have to come back to the town?
They haven't seen our faces.
Cause like we owe this dude money or something for adamantine.
Do we though? Do we though?
I mean,
As far as you know, the only person they've actually seen without clothing or anything is just Koo.
Well done. I think we could just keep it moving. I'm just saying we should just leave now.
Alright, so yeah, definitely with that, Aiden, you quickly turn around, throw down a wall of thorns, which definitely ceases their pursuit for now and gives you plenty of time to get distance and
For
out
now,
of
he
sight.
says.
Well, I mean, the wall does have a limit.
Right.
Oh, it didn't update my character.
So it's up to 10 minutes, so we can get decently far away and maybe like take a branching path where they don't know exactly where we went. And both of the druids can cast Pass Without a Trace. I don't know if that works for horses.
It does, because it would still be your ally.
Oh yeah, so we can cast that for free as a cantrip from the staff.
Alright. Alrighty, so with that, you don't even have to worry about it because these are just the, not really the big significant kind of like veteran guards. These were the ones that were the closest to the site and tried to chase you down. Obviously, booking off to the side of the path with a pass without a trace makes it extremely easy to cover your tracks, kind of vanish and disappear into the forest as you do lose the guards, thankfully.
Oh, this is loud.
Should be able to alter it with the gear at the top right. If you want to change the volume.
Master music volume level.
Yep.
Yeah. I just turned like my PC volume down, but I might as well just do that.
Alright.
So I don't watch something later and I'm like, why is it so low?
Why too quiet?
So with that, sneaking off into the forest and getting on the path, heading towards the hill giants for the time being. Nira Dia is looking. Well, Nira doesn't seem surprised at all because she's been there with you guys when you found a coup. Dia is a little worried. She kind of looks to the rest of you. Is this normal for the little one?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not exactly rare, unfortunately.
That was a good suggestion, Hayden. I didn't even have to pay him.
That's great, Kuboshak.
Here, Koo, help me lift this trunk of adamantine. This shit is heavy as fuck.
He gets down like 3'2", like tries to.
The two weak people in the party. My strength keeps reverting to 21 on my fucking character sheet. I don't know why.
21.
I have 11. It keeps going to 21.
Whoops, sorry. Trying to change it.
Yeah,
For those who haven't, have you all updated your character sheet?
Yes, I am level 2.
Level 2?
Dude, levels levels up. I have levels.
Rain,
Yes.
did you level up?
Yes.
Alright. So, easy enough loading up on your freshly new drawn wagon. Looks, doesn't look like the most amazing wagon. Definitely looks like it's well traveled. Oh my god.
Sorry, walked
what?
away. Forgot I didn't put my mic on mute before I adjusted it.
All good. But definitely looks well traveled in the way, and that it probably was a merchant's cart at one point. The horse that Ku managed to get it with in cahoots on this one seems to be on the older side. So obviously didn't steal the most significant wagon, but it's still a merchant's wagon.
Is there anything in it? Was there anything in it?
Maybe
So-
you're in it.
As you do kind of shuffle around a little bit, you do find a couple of like traveling supplies. You do find what looks like to be a little bit of like equivalent to hardtack, dried out bread. What looks like 3 skins of wine that have kind of been stored in the back. A little lockbox that hasn't been opened, as it's still locked right now. As well as what seems to be a couple supply crates. You're not sure what's in them because they're still kind of nailed shut. I would imagine you're going to probably try and bust them open.
I would like to say that Rain already took the steps of like wine and snuck it in her pocket. No one noticed. Okay.
Oh, roll me a sleight of hand and see if no one does notice.
Oh crap. Crap. Okay, hold on.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, nobody notices.
What?
You see that shit and you just like right underneath like little bag or something, just like tucked right in.
Yep.
I like how that's the only thing she could roll good for.
Wine?
Got it.
Saving our lives? Definitely not.
Nah, fuck
I don't
that.
What's a heal? How does do heal?
How does lay on hands work? Do I
Wait, that's
need to
my
touch
move.
them?
It's a main action. I'd rather attack.
It takes a skill slot?
Fuck that
fuck.
shit. Alright. But, so, aside from that, you do have the 3 mystery crates as well as the mystery box. That's been locked. It looks kind of like a lockbox. Like,
Alright,
maybe.
my curiosity has me with the mystery crates.
Alright. Busting them
It's a
open.
trap.
I mean, I
8
wouldn't
goblins jump out.
busted though. I would say it's probably a mimic.
8
Three
mimics jump
eat
out.
your hands. Ah!
Well,
Ah!
time to reroll a new character, boys.
No, just take the
Bless-
mimic as your
Bless
new
you.
sword.
Thank you.
That's
Hey,
really how you
Max.
sneeze.
God.
Alright, so busting open those mystery crates.
Do ready in action to fire blast those things just in case. I got your back.
Alrighty. So, you bust open the first crate, and you find studded leather cast-off armor. It seems to be ornately made, pressed with a gold leaflet, and trimmed with rabbit fur.
Ooh.
Nice. Pretty.
Sounds schmancy.
What is that, medium?
For that, yeah. It is a
Well,
medium armor.
Who else can use it? I already have a +1 scale mail.
And I already have like Power Ranger armor.
The leather's not going to be any use to you warriors. I think it's between me and Aiden. Got, like, you know, the inability to wear anything metal.
Correction. Studded is light armor.
Oh,
Studded.
not for me anyway.
Aiden?
You two.
I'm sorry,
Would you
I
gonna roll
was
for
tapped
it?
out doing something else. My apologies.
You're fine.
What am I rolling?
There.
No, it was it's studded leather armor.
Oh no, I have my adamantine half plate that I'm wearing.
What?
Do you mind if I grab it then?
No, please. Be my guest.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
I don't know what you're trying to take. It was me that opened it. Mine.
So paladin in
Very
plate
good.
armor.
A Power Ranger transformation plate art.
Clap on, clap off.
Exactly.
But the nice thing about cast-off armor is that once you put it on, you could just speak the command word, whichever you set it to in your mental trigger, and you can.
Didn't we set the trigger to me snapping my fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's our new, Jin's new apprentice with Aiden, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so confused how we got here. I just
who's
come
that-
back.
who's
There's
the
action
apprentice?
music.
I come
Shit.
back, it's somebody stealing shit from the town. Fucking.
Action music. I'm on a horse with Nero. We're doing things.
It would have been funny if we're like fighting a fucking giant dragon. He walks in like, what the fuck, guys?
Guys, what the fuck? I was gone
I'm
for
dead.
literally fucking 30 minutes. Halfway
popped
across
off.
the country fighting dragons and shit.
Well, that's what happens.
Alright. The second crate that you bust open is a moon-touched greatsword that is engraved with various runes of power.
Anyone can use a great sword besides Nera, who has her fantastic axe already.
Not me. I mean, I could use any weapon, but like my shield, it's kind of staple to a lot of my abilities.
I have like, it's funny because I almost went two-handed.
Actually, if I take off my shield, I'd have a little bit lower armor class, probably about 2 points. So I'll be at 21, I think.
You would still get 21.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Bless it.
Thank you.
Yeah, great weapon fighting is like meh.
Oh, I lose 3 points of armor. Shit.
That's right, because it's a magic one.
Oh, fucking hell. Wait, could you link the things to that sword?
The various runes of power for that one.
Cause does our new apprentice want to go red?
She's like a lightweight. I don't know if like she can handle that yet.
Well, I mean, we're holding on to it regardless, but yeah, link it. I want to see what this thing is.
Please.
For that one, it is a slight alteration. But the regular base of it would be the Moon Touch Greatsword, which does glow.
Hold on, I'll just look.
Yeah.
Is that Moon Touch Greatsword?
Yeah, Moon Touch Greatsword, but I did have a alteration.
You modified it?
Yes. Which the rune of power on it, obviously, can do it 3 times a day, daily, and you would be able to enhance yourself to have advantage on an attack.
Moon
Sure.
Touch Sword.
Yes.
Alright. Greatsword. That's 2d6 slashing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
In darkness, the unsheathed blade of this sword sheds moonlight, creating a bright light at 15-foot radius and a dim light of additional 15. Oh, so it's good in caves.
Yeah, but we
What's
just
the-
need somebody who
what's
can
the rune?
use it.
If it was a Moon Touch longsword, I'd be all in that, but it's a great sword, and I'm not all in that. Damn, but great swords do damage.
2d6.
Yep.
You lose how many armor?
3.
Yikes.
I think the ones who have the most armor in this party is me and my sister.
Do you have any like two-handed helping skill?
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, Josh, I'll
Would
take
you
it.
let him?
Can I
would you
can I
let
take
him-
the sword and give my shield to my sister? I don't think she has a +1 shield.
You definitely could.
I thought we did give
Sister,
her a
do you have a
shield.
+1 shield?
I don't think so. Let me double check.
Will you let him like respec into two-hand?
I mean, it's not like respecting. I think it's just some abilities I have that just work well with I have higher armor.
Mm-hmm.
I have a sentinel shield and a shield that says 1 extra AC.
Yeah, that's a
That's
plus
plus
one.
one.
That's what I got.
You put it on your back in case you need
Yeah.
it, or give it to your apprentice.
Just in case I feel like being guts.
I meant your
Alright.
shield, but yeah, the sword too.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I'll
Yeah.
take it. So
So, do I have any feelings about anything that's going on? I gotta like get into character. I can't just.
I
Well,
don't see this sword in roll 20. Should I just like put great sword inside my inventory then?
yes.
Okay.
And then for the final box, when you do bust it open, looks almost kind of like an estranged leather with a very unique looking hood. Very heavy set in black, almost velvety on some edges.
What is it? It's a hood?
A cloak with a very heavy black satin hood, and it almost has like points at certain ends for the edges of the cloak as well as on the hood.
Do we notice anything about it?
Especially since you would have time with it, you will come to realize that this is the cloak of the bat.
Cloak of the Bat?
Yep.
I'm already looking it up. Oh, you gave us the link. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not. It's Dex. Yeah. What about you, druids?
Yeah,
I've got a
it's like
hopefully
all druids.
uncursed cloak waiting for me.
Y'all know I love me some cloaks.
Yeah, it definitely works good on the druids, especially since like if they stealth, they can cast polymorph on themselves still.
I'd take it if my druid brother does not.
Well, I don't know. I mean, is Jin gonna let me go for that armor? Because if you let me go for that armor, I will gladly give you the Batman. Oh,
I don't think he can use the armor anyway. It's light.
I mean, it's all yours. It's
And he
definitely
has
nothing good
his-
for me.
Yeah, I think he was kidding about wanting to
Transformers.
keep it.
I'm Batman.
All right,
All
then.
you brethren.
Yeah, so you take the armor and I will become Batman.
I am the knight. Yeah, okay. Go with it.
Alright. So,
Yeah, he took the greatsword though.
Oh my God, Aiden, you can fly again.
What do you mean
sense.
again?
Never mind.
It would have been better if Aiden was like, it feels like something I've done before.
Shh! Wait for when he actually uses it. Guys, God, you're getting ahead of.
Alright. So,
Can I cast spells as a bat?
as a bat, you would not be able to, because technically when you do polymorph, your focus disappears because it goes into your body. Alright, so the only thing left is the small lockbox, which is sturdy iron and well and set into place. Either somebody would have to do a flat strength check to try and bust the sucker open,
Oh fuck!
or lockpick.
Alright, let me give it a shot. I don't have faith in this, but wish me luck.
Wait, did I get my Hellhound cloak back or not yet?
You
Oh.
should have it. And
Oh, okay. Is it uncursed?
it is uncursed, yes.
Okay.
And Jesus
The
Christ.
box never stood a chance.
And Jin with the zero chill, curious what the fuck's in this box, just
What's in the box?
rips
God
the
of War.
fucking top open like fucking Captain America on the log. Just,
He's God of War and he splits it in half.
Damn.
so as you bust this sucker open, a small bag of 70 gold hits the ground, and then as well as what looks like a very fine set of carved wooden dice that are well lacquered and made. Probably cost a little bit of coin to have them, nicely done up like that, because they almost look like they're made of stone. They're so nicely polished and lacquered. As well as what looks like a very curious medallion. If anyone would like to, go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Oh.
Everybody.
About that. Sister, I think we gotta combine ourselves with this one.
We don't give a shit about the Lord.
The whole party just...
Oof.
Wow.
Wait, what about our new paladin?
Do you heat the fire? Alright.
We're trying to find. We're all single digits here.
Jesus. Alright, well she's got a 0, so it's gonna be flat. She at least got a 9. But at
We know
least...
nothing about the Lord.
Fucking nobody knows anything about religion here. Jesus Christ. I wonder why you guys are cursed sometimes. But at least Aiden, with the 5 religion there, saving at least getting over a 10 to recognize this symbol.
I have read book.
You recognize?
Can I arcana it?
It's not a magical medallion. It's just kind of like amulet, kind of big heavy motherfucker you wear, like pimp chain style. It's
Okay.
very clearly a medallion of Asmodeus. In short, the merchant that Ku ironically stole from is a devil worshipper.
Oh.
Asmodeus is the king of the 9 hells.
He bad. I tell them that this is bad. The bad.
Why does everything from like demons follow us?
They
Why can't any like good religion things follow us?
I mean, you guys wouldn't have happened to have made like deals with devils or people in the past, right?
Literally,
Like, that
Nah.
wouldn't be why.
Not at all.
He was a bit impish, but you know.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are you talking about me? I mean a deal with you?
Yeah.
What?
You got the cart for us. That was the nicest deal you ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thalos looks at this guy responding to that question about dealing with demons. You made a deal with me? Mm-mm. No, this guy's...
Oh,
Alright.
Thalos.
What do we do
Are
with
you
the
gonna dig into
medallion?
that?
Thalos distances himself from Kuposhek.
Yeesh.
Ramus takes the dice because nobody else saying anything about it, and he's always an opportunist.
Gambling.
Are they just regular dice, like well done dice?
They're just extremely nice dice. You can tell, probably sell them for a pretty penny if you want, or just be really fancy at gambling days.
What is he doing anything with the amulet? He just had it.
I believe Jin has the medallion right now.
But like he
Oh,
just had
wait,
it.
what?
He wasn't doing anything with it.
No, it was just in his lockbox.
Is there anything coming off of it, or is it just...
No, it's just a symbol of Asmodeus.
Well, unfortunately to say, that might actually come in handy at some point, because we seem to find ourselves in situations.
Are we still standing in this forest thing?
Well, obviously when you cracking open all the stuff initially, yes, but obviously not on the main road, so you'd be able to remain out of sight.
Have we gotten all the stuff? Have we looked at all the things?
For what was in the left over in the cart, yes. So obviously, able to load it all up with all your goodies.
Let us make way.
We should keep moving.
Yeah, I think the timer for those thorns are just way past.
Oh yes.
Does the other one want to? Does the other druid want to put up their? Oh shoot! I just closed D and roll 20. Put up their wall of thorns.
I'll hold off until we see them following.
Oh, great DM of 1,000 greatness. Did you get the update for Blood Hunter? Is everything int? Because I didn't change anything. Please tell me you fucking didn't, because intelligence is dumb. Because if you did, it should automatically change all my like modifiers to that. But
yeah, it should auto do that, especially in D&D Beyond. So
I was like, but because I'm still like wisdom focused.
yeah, it might be a roll 20 thing.
Yeah, roll 20 doesn't get the updates that D&D Beyond does.
Okay, so I don't have to change anything. I was just worried that I was still like suspect with wisdom when everything was int.
Nah, you good.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, with all that underway, obviously loading up, you do see Ku kind of sees like the symbol for a brief moment, doesn't pay any mind to it. You can see he's kind of like more fascinated with the fluff in the box, and it seems to be grabbing like all the packing straw and like stuffing it in a bag.
Where to now? Do we know where we're going?
You do. Jorgar Aglon managed to give you information as to the location as well as the permission to go and try and barter with the giants to see if peace can at least be brokered between them. Make sure that they don't stir any trouble. It's going to take about a day and a half riding with horseback. So, especially since you can travel the main trade routes.
And we're off.
Obviously, everything's fairly peaceful. You do see quite a few trades going back and forth. You know, people are happily waving as they pass by. You know, just kind of tell you the conditions of the roads up ahead. Some areas are a little muddier, and they warn you to go around at some sections, which helps out in your travel. Then when you finally get to the point where you have to break off from the main trade route, you start heading in the direction of where you know the giants should be. And you easily notice that there are quite a few other cart tracks here. And a large amount of what definitely seems to be kicked up dirt from various horse travel. Though you know that this section should be technically a little more abandoned. Especially with the fact that the giants are supposedly there and control that area of the territory.
That seems strange to us.
It definitely seems a little strange, as especially, you know, you think back on a moment and mention that Boruso and a few others, especially Shishupaniki, were attempting to originally bribe some of the giants as well. If there are tracks here, very clearly that somebody might have gone ahead of you just by a little bit. These tracks are very clearly fresh from this day.
Does it look like giant tracks or
Clearly horse tracks and cart tracks.
shit? Someone tried to beat us there.
Hold on. I don't even know if I can do this. Is there any impression, oddly enough, on the horseshoe that might indicate? I just imagine Belruzo is a famous state, is a wealthy state, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering if their horseshoes might have, like, I don't know, like some sort of a special brand on it or anything like that. Is there anything that we can tell about these tracks that might help us identify who's ahead of us?
Go ahead and roll me a survival as you kind of scan over these tracks a little more carefully.
All right. I explain what I'm doing so someone else can roll too, because we all know I can't roll.
Whoever else has survival, has like a profession, can help and give you advantage on it.
I cannot. I roll bad.
We're the two druids who are lost in the forest.
Oh my goodness.
I prefer the desert climbs.
It's beautiful, too.
Maybe a hunter of some sort. Someone who hunts things. Hypothetically.
Survival, I guess.
All right.
Oh, we are so glad we're not fighting any dragons.
Oh my god.
But if we
That
were
should
trying
all-
to steal
that's-
something, somebody would get a fucking critical roll.
That's crazy because
See?
that's like a +5.
Rain siphoned all the luck out of fucking
Oh,
everyone's
she
run.
critical failed that.
I don't know what happened.
It wasn't alcohol, so it's fine.
Yeah, I rolled a fucking 3. Jesus.
Being that everyone else failed, I look over at Aiden and I say, "See, it's not us. It was the rain."
Wait, hold on. Let me see if the person who
Money
doesn't
back.
have survival can do this.
There.
Wow.
Nothing, Jen.
Wow.
All
You
right.
guys just suck at your job.
That is some bullshit.
Oh my fucking god. Alrighty, so out of everyone here, as you guys study the tracks for a moment, Jin, you finally start to notice a little bit more, especially on the worry of what this is. You actually do note that a fair amount of the horse footprints seem fairly normal, which would be expected. You know, maybe merchants, mercenaries, whichever, just buying whatever horseshoes available. But you do start to notice that there are what seems like flakes of gold and silver leaf kind of flaked off in the mud in certain areas where the rocks would clip against the horse's hooves.
Oh,
Hmm.
hello.
At that point, you would definitely realize that as well, that Laruza, the Merchant Kingdom, is rather infamous for envoys and other people even just inlaying horseshoes with gold and silver, just to show that even their own horses have decadence because they have so much money to just waste.
Huh.
Hmm.
So,
Can you explain that to me like I'm 5?
In short, they're so goddamn rich, even their goddamn horses have horseshoes of gold.
Wait, so the horses that we're on? Well, except for mine.
Oh, no. The horse tracks that you're looking at, you've seen that there's gold imprints. There's sort of like gold flaked imprints where these golden horseshoes have stuck.
We haven't changed maps, have we? Because I'm still seeing like the old map.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can we follow these tracks?
Very easily. So you're gonna follow the main tracks here that seem to be.
That's my opinion. Does anybody else want to follow these tracks?
Did you just tell
Is
us
it-
about the gold?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going the way that we should be going?
Yeah. Towards where the giant settlement is? That's what he said.
Then let's do it.
LaRusso, as I feared. Thank you for finding those tracks, Jin.
No problem.
All right. So,
You go first.
as you start heading into the main sections of where you know the giants' homes are, let me grab everyone again real quick as we are going to hop maps once more. You see what looks to be a semi-abandoned town in the distance. As you do start to approach, you can see that there is quite a bit of traffic. It looks like there are a few merchants here and there that might have slipped in and are leaving. They do see you and seem to kind of start to rush out in a bit of a hurry. Quickly stash the horses over here real quick. But you don't mind me that I'm dropping the horses at random intervals here. But as you do get to the edge of town, you do realize that there are a few soldiers here from other various sections. You do see the banner of Shishipaninki as well as Blaruzo on some of the houses, and even a few you don't recognize. For some of the designs, especially the banner itself, you can tell that this banner is a lot larger than the others. It's very easy to guess that the main banner that looks like a crown with a hammer that's on fire hanging through the center of it is definitely that of the supposed giant who controls this area. As you pass through, you can see this town was clearly lived in and swiftly abandoned, aside from those who are clearly residing within it. Definitely not the original residents.
Are these some of the other guys who've come here?
For this, you can definitely tell it is definitely that. The few other people, obviously their horses are off-stabled, elsewhere tied up on another location. They have a few carts kind of out of sight and a few other buildings kind of hidden away, stashed away. You can see there are...
Where giants?
For the giants, you do not see any of the giants yet. You do see what looks like a massive fortress on the hill just outside of town. And a large section of knights and other people seem to be either waiting here or kind of milling about, you know, either running through the buildings, setting up a few buildings, trying to be either defensive or somewhere to meet up, or as well as a few other people who seem to just be maybe kind of just bartering with some of these knights and other travelers from the other kingdoms. For one of the main banners that you see of Shishipaninki, a full armored knight with the full beautiful blue plume and featherage, quite clearly the label of their main kingdom for their color, being followed around by what looks like various cultists that are kind of doing almost ritualistic blessings over some of the area that they're staying at. There's another that you've noticed that has gone into the building just kind of, not sure of the situation of your arrival, but also you do see the what seems to be like a bodyguard knight who steps into the doorway with the full armament that she's wearing, the man who looks to be very clearly ambassador, and a regal wreathed set of almost horns that are branches, almost that of like druidic circles in a way, but seem to be rising from her forehead through the helmet, of where it's sectioned out to be allowing him through. You also see a person clearly from Samunda as a red, beautiful coloring and cloak and plumage on his helmet as well. seems
Did
to be...
you just say Zamunda?
Yes.
Hmm.
The Smith capital.
Isn't that the same place from like Coming to America?
Pretty much.
Nice.
But you do see that he himself is alone, sitting on what looks like a rather significant crate. His horse is tied off not too far away, but his armor and everything else not as regal as you would suspect. For the one that seems to have the most regal armor is the one that is guarding what seems to be the ambassador with the full, beautiful wreath of flower horns. But for him, his seems more battle hardened. It shows that there is some wear on his gear, but it has clearly stood and lasted the test of time. And obviously it is extraordinarily well made, and the box that he sits on appears to be a heavy mithril box with what is very clearly not just regular locks, but arcane locks on the front.
So are these people coming here to do what we're coming to do? Or are they just here for the giants?
It looks like some are here for the giants, and then there's the others that look like they're here to try and attempt what you're trying to do as well. But they're clearly waiting on something else. You're not sure what, but it looks like they're kind of initially waiting for maybe main forces, backup, or even maybe another offering.
Do we stop to ask, or do we just go up to the fortress? Because, like, fuck these guys, you know. Whatever they're waiting for ain't none of our business. Crickets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unsure how we're supposed to go about this.
I mean, if somebody wants to, like, ask one of them why they're waiting, but I don't really. Ramus personally doesn't care. He's here for the giants. He came with all this shit. All these assholes in armor mean nothing.
There's a group that's waiting, and they're probably not with the group that want to get influence over the giants, right?
Jin moves forward.
Them. Not suggesting that we split, but we definitely.
Say that again.
Let's split up, gang. Daphne and Velma come with me.
Hold on.
Oh, Fred.
Never split the party.
Assassinated.
Like I said, I don't. Unless we really need to, I don't give a shit about any of them. Unless the giants turn us down to start. If they're like, come back, then we say what up, but I don't give a crap about any of these dudes.
Yeah.
There are horses, or take them into town.
Invincible always stays with me.
Hmm.
Damn, when do I get to upgrade Invincible? So fucking dope.
I'm gonna travel on foot. I'm tethering my horse back here.
All right.
I'm with you.
Actually,
I will do the same.
Josh,
Yes.
did we configure, I don't know, Invincible for his plate armor? Because his armor is still 11.
It should be 18.
It should be.
Let's see.
Who are these guys?
Which guys?
The one I
Oh.
am.
We're assuming these guys are here to fight the giants as well.
But you know, we don't know.
All right. So you keeping the wagon and other supplies back?
Like
Do we
I
have
said, if we're
Nero
going,
stand guard with them because we don't know if anybody else would try to swipe them.
Nira, Dia, and crew will stay at the wagon and make sure no one fucks with your offer.
we're not taking the cart up to their fortress, or we're just going to So are we asking around, or are we just gonna?
We'll
Fuck you
we'll
guys.
get it when we go to the fortress, but let's investigate the town first.
That's around to recon.
Who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing? Stop that. Hey, you over there. Hey, you.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Hey, who are you? Don't look at me like that. Stop it.
Alright, and, well, especially for the men above you with the red cloak and armor, Rain, he is clearly the man from Sumundi, the crafting capital, in which you can see the regal armor and everything else that he has sitting upon the heavy mithril chest. Kind of just sitting there, gives you a polite nod, doesn't seem to be rude, clearly sitting there waiting and making sure whatever he's watching over does not get plundered or messed with.
You're talking about this guy.
Correct.
Okay.
Run your shit, fool.
That's how you get your ass beat.
I mean,
Run your pocket!
I'm pretty sure I'm strong enough to take him.
As he turns around and like, I'll run this blade through you, boy.
Invincible, don't let him talk to you like that.
And then he catches fire.
Wow.
Why do they call him invincible? I can't see through him.
And Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Yo, man.
Alright. So, Jen walks south, seeing the dude with the antlers at the door.
Alright.
Remus follows.
That is a unique armor you have there, good sir. What brings you to this demolished town?
So, as you approach it and say that to this woman.
Oh. Wow.
Good person.
Good person.
Well,
The token's kind of small. I can't fucking tell either.
Oh.
Oh,
That's a lovely floral arrangement you have there.
Out the gate. Offend them right
Did you
out the
just
gate.
assume my gender, good sir?
Yeah, you did. Fucker.
Oh my god.
So you were saying?
That was a lovely floral arrangement you have there, person. Race, thing. I don't know what you are.
So,
Person.
with that, she gives you a very silent and cold look. She doesn't say anything, but you hear a man from behind her quickly, chime in, kind of comes into the frame of the door.
he looks like
looks
a
like
Dune
a dick.
character.
Dune, dick, same shit.
So with that, he kind of like goes to shoo her off to the side, like, Althana, enough. We do not need to be rude to those we have come to at least discuss matters with.
He has a lisp.
You can tell he's trying to be a little more poncy.
So he is a dick. Okay.
What brings you here, my good man? I am Ambassador Kothkan.
Does anybody in this group speak pompous?
Wow.
Honestly, I really don't know what we're doing here. The guys who took the quest do. My blood hunting friend over here, my druid friends back there who seem to be scared.
We're here to
speak
see the
anybody.
giants. What are you doing here?
We are here to see them as well. We realize
Why is there...
the value that they have. Quite a rich mining town with the keeper at the hill there.
So you're here for business. Why aren't you at the fortress? Why are you here?
I sent my envoy. We are waiting a reply from one of their messengers.
So we gotta go up there, huh? Sounds like... Do you know anything about anybody else here?
Well, across the way, the rather usually rude man there, Yelnan, is, well, clearly from Smendor, is a rather skilled warrior, and just as crude in conversation, but, never really has the articulate silk tongue as the, rest of Baruza has. Of course, I'm sure you're quite familiar with the beauties and natural landmarks that many artists and other people come to explore and paint down south.
Do you know why he's here, or is that something I gotta ask him?
Well, initially he said he wanted to hire them for the smith work that they have, or even to purchase some of the books if they do have a fire giant, but as I've seen, it's just been a bunch of galooting little hill giants, filthy with their orcs. They dig rather well for ores around here.
So he's probably going to be more interesting to talk to you than you, huh?
Well, I've never filthy rabble.
All you people in suits means nothing when you're trying to be eaten by a dragon, does it?
These suits are what protect you most of the time. If you even bother to follow the correct flag and banner, hopefully the king will be from the providence of Baruza next time. That way at least some of you will have some manners and learn to take a bath once a day.
Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. Jin pulls out his
Manners.
fucking sword.
He'll immediately step out. Othana! She just steps forward, cold
Why
as
does
ever.
my sister like go in front of me? I'm like trying to move up.
Hold me back! Hold me back!
I'm a slab of it.
Is I got my listen, I got all my weapons out. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm
You got
the
a
one
crossbow
who's
in one
have to
hand, a
hold
mace
her
in the
back.
other.
Listen, I'll start a fight. I don't give a fuck.
I'll start a fire. I don't give a fuck.
I'll start some smiting. I don't give a fuck.
Is that what we say when we transform? We each say what we will do, and that we don't give a fuck.
Basically.
Mighty Morphin don't give a fuck, Rangers!
That's
That's what a dead ass range is all about.
Dead ass about not giving fucks.
Oh, shit.
Ask Olthana. I'm sorry. I asked Olthana, just because she stepped up and obviously she's in front of Rain. I just ask, Wayne.
What was that you cut out? Sorry.
I'm sorry. I asked Olthana, just like sort of just knowingly, just since she's apparently guarding this guy, I just ask her duty or coin.
I like that.
She looks to you, rather cold glare. Just, duty.
Oh, ill. All right. You can go with him.
Nod to her in respect. I prepare to
Wow.
back up the twins. I'm not gonna. I can respect that.
Alright. Fucking.
Oh, we're doing this?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding flame in my hand and producing a flame.
She's got the fucking goddamn sword out and she's ready. You know.
Oh,
Yep.
we're really...
We're doing
Oh,
this.
okay. I guess we're doing this.
She does tell you to back down.
Huh? Does
I'm
she?
sorry, I can't hear her.
Alright.
Or the bloodlust.
She tells us to back down?
Yes.
Well, Ram is somehow being for once, the rational one going, is this going to make us any money? Then if not, I think we should keep it moving.
Jin puts his hand on his sister's shoulder and goes, "There's a time and a place for this, and we have no idea how much more people they have."
Okay. Okay, fine. Gosh. I wasn't gonna do nothing.
Water Tribe out.
Huh. Don't worry, Suit. We won't ruin it yet.
Yeah.
Heathen.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Jin points his sword at Althana and goes, "Next time your duty insults people, you will see the end of this blade."
That's so gay.
She'll put
You're such a paladin.
she'll put her sword away and just kind of look to you, Jen. She's like, "We both have our duties, paladin."
Kinky.
Blah.
Ramus looks back. Do not sacrifice yourself for someone who would not for you.
Yeah.
Shall we get the horses and continue on?
I want to talk to this guy real quick. We've got similar
Yell
plans. Yeah, he's going to get them to make him something. We're going to bring our shit to them. We're not really competition.
So, as you approach Yelnan, he nods to all of you. You can see his very clearly his weapon of choice that sits looking rather heavily beside him next to the chest is a, well, not so elegant but rather effective looking war maul that clearly has wear, tear, and battle damage on it. He nods to the rest of you. I see you've met the asshole of the village.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. As much as I would like to take his head, I don't think that's probably the first thing we should do when we get here. There's still plenty of time.
Possibly not, since, well, the envoy that they did send up there hasn't come back for them. But, as far as I know, they've probably been eaten, knowing how rude that they are.
Well,
I hear that.
That's less for us if they're already they already ate.
So, what brings you all here? Is it the rumor of a fire giant smith, or maybe just the interest of testing your might against some hill giants?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column C.
I myself was hoping to test myself against a fire giant or two if I couldn't be able to convince them with a little bit of bribery for a new weapon.
Well, we've brought some. We've actually brought some stuff to bribe them too.
So you're at least clever enough to not just immediately insult them.
No. There's been enough fighting things that definitely scare most people, but I guess this one is just hopefully mutual understanding.
I myself obviously have my own deeds to matter to, especially with the crown in question. Obviously they've never gotten a message to me. I've been out here on my own, doing my own tasks as I see fit until I finally receive a message.
So you're up for what? Huh?
Oh, either way, I was debating on whether or not I would try and set up fortification to tempt a little bit of ire, but I want to see what they have first. Anyone who's tried to build up this town even a little bit has been either squashed out or probably eaten by the rabble that is allowed to peruse the fields once in a while.
Well, you will find no enemy of us, only friend for now.
For now.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
Hopefully at some point if it comes down to it, we may even be able to help each other out at some point.
True. Hopefully. But, of course, I have my own matters to tend to. Unfortunately, can't leave this behind very far for now.
Well, good luck with your giants, and pretty sure we all like you more than that asshole back there.
Definitely say you're some of the more pleasant ones. The woman and her friend seem to be trying to sell some of the herbs around the area, and even just a few supplies. Alchemy has been a pleasant treat until all of you have arrived finally. Definitely be careful around the one from Shishipuniki. They seem to be doing something strange with rituals over there. I'm staying far away from it for now.
This one?
Yeah, way down here in this house.
He's down south.
Yep.
Oh, these guys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. More assholes.
But the one that he mentioned that was good. The selling herbs and such is this woman and her
Okay.
personal guard.
Do you say anything about this person?
Which one?
The one upper right, the solo one. Looking a little bit like Wakanda Forever in their really small token. No, this one.
So, that fellow, he's a bit strange. I think he watched too many plays, read too many fantasized books. Calls himself the Emerald Knight. I haven't really gotten much out of him other than a few bits of conversation. Though, if you're curious about the orc who sits in the house with the banner over it, is one of the servants that, he says he reports to a hill giant called the Keeper, who watches over the fort, and any of the wily ones that don't listen to him get cut down by his great axe.
So I'm assuming probably should talk to him before we go up the hill, huh?
Would be recommended. He seems to be well in tune when the rabbles are allowed to roam the hills, and when the rest are put back on guard duty. Other than that, they are usually not allowed to roam the town unless there's fortifications being built.
Elnan, with all of the factions that are here, how is it that none of you have attacked each other?
Diplomacy. The puffy one over there is quite clearly an ambassador. The risk of loss of troops this close and far in, and also bringing attention to ourselves. I myself have already been known around the area, and everyone knows I prefer not to run amok, and as much as it tells for my armor, I am rather well aged. I prefer to pick my fights where my energy is well spent instead of exhausting myself too early.
Understood. We shall keep the peace as well.
Do be careful. I have seen a few giants. If they get a little rowdy nearby the edge of the town, sometimes the younger ones will join in, probably squash a few people.
Well, I hope you get your chance to try your mettle before they start squashing.
I look forward to it.
Oh, mate.
Alright, where to next? Do we go see the herbs and spices or the Emerald Knight? If we go see the Shishipuniki, it's going to be a fight. Guaranteed. And I don't think we want to fight yet.
Yeah, let's go see the Colonel about 11 herbs and spices.
Alright. Okay, let's get that secret souse.
What is the secret formula?
It's love.
It's just salt.
That's too spicy.
Salt and pepper, bruh. Salt and pepper.
Fine. 2 all beef patties. Special sauce. Lettuce. Cheese.
Ketchup and mayonnaise, leave me alone. It's these guys, right? I'm going to the right place.
Yep. So.
If you have coin, Khajiit have where?
What are you buying?
Oh, wait, which one was the Ender of Night? This cat over here?
Oh, that boy? Yeah, that's the Emerald Knight. Alrighty. So, as you do enter in, the woman gives you a warm, glowing smile as she's sitting at the table. You can see the man who's dressed in the same kind of style armor that Commander Zhang had worn, with a full helmet and everything. You know, gives you a polite bow as you enter into their makeshift shop that they've made from the kind of one busted wall, but at least a livable space compared to the rest of the town.
Is it racist if I ask him if he knows Zhang?
Yes.
We, fine. We have come across one dressed such as you, good sir.
Good sir.
Try not to offend anybody except the asshole in the suit, because he was an asshole in the suit.
Right.
Alright, so he does look to you. Is he from across the ocean? The same armor, I assume?
We ran into him in well, he helped us out in Otren. Very trusted man. Zhang.
I've not seen him for a while.
Oh shit, you know that fool. Nah.
My name is Zitai. I fought alongside him for a long time.
What brings you to these lands, Zitai?
Seeking peace. Helping non-native find better remedies for alchemy and bring medicine to people in less fortunate areas. Some of the herbs on the mountains here have been stirred up with many of the funguses that grow from the hill giants, and some have made better poultices and other, well, strange concoctions for alchemy work. At that, she gives a gentle nod as you could see the very elegant and floral pattern that has been fitted to her clothing, obviously weaved in.
She's so pretty.
And as she just kind of looked to the rest of you, if you are going to the hill, if you can get some of the mushrooms or even some of the plants that grow on the side of the fortress, that would be most beneficial. If you're looking for even just something that you're going to be traveling with, I do have a few healing potions, as well as well, not many, but I've managed to collect a few pieces to make some potions of hill giant strength from the fungus that grows on the fort.
How much for that?
For these, I sell them for 200 gold a bottle, but I promise you, never be stronger when you use these for the time.
How much are these mushrooms worth to you?
Hold on. Would you call these performance enhancing mushrooms?
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
If you can get me even just a pound of it, I would gladly pay 400 gold. The spores would be especially helpful. If you can
Well,
even
sounds
get
like
me,
a plan.
if you can even get me a whole bag, I would gladly empty out my coffer. And it's not much. It's 1,000 gold. I've had to, well, trade with a few others on the road for other supplies that I've needed recently. But I would be able to pay you that for if you filled up an entire sack with it, about 5 pounds of it.
We'll talk of repayment when we return. But for now, we have questions.
Of course.
How long have you been in the city?
I've been roaming here with Zitai about 2 weeks now. There was an unfortunate accident with some of the merchants, and not many of them come here anymore.
What sort of accident?
What kind of emergency?
It was when the children were let to roam near the town. They left their wagons too far out, and it was a rather large fight that broke out, but unfortunately they really didn't stand much of a chance. It started getting a lot more tension when people realized that some of the giants were, well, actually armored, not just, well, simple pelts and leathers.
Fire giants, then.
I've seen one roaming the grounds, but no one really believes me, though I remember seeing the strands of hair that he had flowing raw flame. He visited once and seemed to be yelling at one with a hunchback some time ago.
We believe you. How long have these other factions been here? When did they arrive?
The ones with the strange masks and blue armor. They've been here for 2 days. They seem to be doing something to the buildings to the south there. I've been staying away. Everything smells weird over there, and it's rather foul. I don't like the smell.
Which direction is this?
She points to the south, so like.
Did she say the giants are doing things, or just people are doing things?
The people in the blue armor and the cult masks and stuff.
Oh, the Shishipanikis?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Making the buildings smell weird and whatever they're doing over there.
Yeah, they're bad news.
I don't think I'll be staying much longer because of them. They make me nervous.
They make everybody nervous. You should see what they're doing a little bit away from here.
What of the others? When did they arrive?
Emerald Knight, he's been here since, well, before the merchant's accidents, and he seems to be writing a book of some kind.
Writing a book?
Mm-hmm.
Like a diary?
I guess a diary? He writes in it every night. Hours on end sometimes.
Does he seem like he's business or just name?
Seems more centric. Like he's looking for something. Probably just hasn't found it.
What of the man from Belruzo? The merchant from Belruzo?
Oh, he's rather nice. He's even brought us some of game from the forest nearby. I like talking to him.
Really? That pomp? Never mind.
Did he ride?
Each their own.
You do see that she is very clean comparatively, surprisingly, but you think, especially her mentioning that maybe the ambassador is probably sweet on her because she's a fair looker, you know.
She's pretty.
She smells nice.
She smells nice.
She definitely does smell nice. She actually smells like all the herbs and flowers that she's carrying.
And when did he ride?
He's been here about 4 days now.
I get a feeling he likes you.
You can see she actually, like, kind of blushes at that notion, like it didn't even fucking dawn on her.
How does Z-Tai, like, react to that? Take a look at his face.
With his mouthpiece that's covering his face. Let me blow it up a little, because it's a little tough to see. But,
What about his eyes? Because eyes don't lie.
You can definitely see in his eyes that it's almost like a little bit of like pretty much brother sister, like how you seen Rain and Jin kind of like roll their eyes at each other, like you really didn't see that.
Okay. But he's not upset.
He's not upset at all, like, because obviously the man hasn't been like rude or made any bad advancements, but also, even though from a pretty tweaked out place, still an ambassador. So obviously they haven't had a bad experience with him, but he's clearly insulted all of you very quickly.
I'm glad you had a better interaction with him than basically probably anyone else on this planet, in this country.
Mortal plane.
Yeah. In the land. How about that? That's Otren.
So we have to go find some spores for this chick?
Yep, she's...
Yeah, some shrooms.
Side quest!
Some psilocybin.
Some good old shrooms that grow on the fortress.
Psilocybin. Sorry.
Machinoids, baby. Machinoids.
The good ones. The ones that grow in shit. Well, we thank you for any information you've given us, and I guess we'll be back with some mushrooms.
It would be
Spores.
very appreciated. Especially with all that interaction going on. You could tell that Nanidev is a very unique case. She's very, very gentle from what you could tell. Like, overly gentle. And
What's wrong with her?
What kind? He has a weapon on him, right? Z-Tan?
Mm-hmm. Z-Tai.
Z-Tai? Oh.
So, for the weapon that he has on himself, he does have a short bow that is on his back, as well as equivalently a longsword, but katana on his hip.
So he can fight.
Oh yeah, he could very
Fight.
he could very clearly fight if he and Zhang that he would probably
Yeah.
be served in the same style.
Ass whooping.
Protect her well. I can't call him samurai because I don't know what the fuck a samurai is.
Warrior.
Yep. Protect her well, warrior.
He gives
Be
you this.
careful of those to the east of you and the south.
Careful and be wary of the young ones.
No, literally, be careful of those cultists.
I will be. So.
One more.
One
no,
more.
two more.
Two more stop if you want to stop at the Emerald Knight.
Is he
I'm
crackpot
sorry.
or do we stop?
Searching for something. Is that what?
He could probably be nowhere what we're looking for is.
Y'all want to talk to them next, then?
Yeah, might as well talk to almost everybody in the town beforehand.
Come on, how many RPGs have y'all played? You speak to everybody in town.
Let's go. Face character in the back there.
I am just the face. Don't judge.
Oh, wait. Are you guys going to Shish Paniki's?
Yeah, since we're already done
Okay.
here.
Hell no. I don't want to fight.
You don't?
You don't want to
Watch
talk to
your
these
back.
people?
I mean, they won't know who we are.
We're just travelers.
Alright, fuck it.
We left Nero
Cultist
over
slave.
there. It's fine.
Yeah, they're guarding all the good shit.
I will roll up with the Delaquatins.
Alright. So,
Aiden, how did you manage to seduce both the Delacroix twins at the same time?
Didn't take
It was the
much.
hair.
It was
Raymond's
the
like
hair.
tags behind, but you can hear him. He's like more assholes to talk to.
Fucking as balls.
Aiden prods Jin in the back between where his armor plates cover, right in the small of your back.
Jin puts his arm around Ida and goes, "Last time somebody did that, they got thrown through a door. And then possessed by a ghost. I miss those times."
Me too.
alright.
You can do it.
So,
Alright.
as you do come around the corner and see them working what seems to be a ritual and smells rather heavily of brimstone. Sneaking around. Alright. You do see the cultists continuing the ritual, and then the one knight who seem to be in the midst of prayer. Kind of take notice of you three. And
Did you just say 3?
or let's see. Oh, pass. So you guys are just sneaking around him for now.
I wouldn't say sneaking around, just, here.
Thalos sneaks here just because he thought the twins were going to end up here. But
I'm covering the other exit.
I thought we were going to talk to them.
or I'm putting myself in a tactical position
We're
in
just
case anything breaks
prepared.
out. We can pincer on these guys.
Talking to them with blades.
Like the language.
Talk
Just like
aggressively
I
with
talked
the
to
point
that
of my
farmer
sword.
last time.
Again.
So,
Who's gonna talk to him?
Not me this time.
He's poking. He poke in the back of the face character. I'll be right behind you, guys. Don't be scared.
Oh, dude, we talked to the last 3 people. Arch.
Sigh.
Hey there, what are you doing, good sir?
As he stands up, you can see he like quickly tucks what looks like a necklace into one of his pouches, and turns around to greet. Oh, come. I did not realize more mercenaries have arrived here. Are you looking to try and seek some fortunes from the hill giants?
Could we see anything what the necklace looked like, or no? Was it well enough hidden where we couldn't see it, or could we see it look like the one we now currently have?
With that, you're
Oh
not
yeah.
you're not entirely sure because he did kind of tuck it in real fast. But you can see that the chain is still kind of hanging out loosely. Very clearly a mixture of gold and it looks like some rubies kind of imprinted into it. He clearly doesn't notice that he hasn't like fully tucked it in. But as he turns around to greet you, Jin, you can see that the others maintain their focus on whatever incantation that they're working on. Well, what might your name be, my good sir? As he clearly takes notice very quickly as he looks to your holy symbol.
Can he? Oh, never mind. I'm behind him. I was gonna be like, can you see my sword?
So, are we moving in? Because we got all the exits covered, I'm just saying. Hello?
Jin's dead.
Jin's
Oh.
dead. He's completely dead.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
was
he's the one
muted.
who asked the question too.
Sorry, I was muted.
I was wondering, like, what the fuck?
Alright. Nutcracker, what you said?
He was basically greeting you, asking if you were going for the supposed fortune that the Hill Giants have.
I don't know anything about a fortune, but we're here for some work.
That's actually good. Might I interest you in assisting us with some of the purifications on the grounds that we're attempting to do here?
I don't know. Can you be more forward about what you want? It seems kind of beating around the bush on what you need.
Well, obviously, you have your gold in as well as I do. We do need some of the grounds cleared away, just enough where we can perform the rite of blessing on the sanctimonious sections of the buildings, more of the ground, and so that it would be pure for our Lord and worship.
I really don't trust this dude. Like, he's just
Nope, not at
speaking
all.
in circles. Aiden, you're more of a pacifist than I am. Please do something.
You think Aiden's a pacifist?
Well, you haven't done as
We came
much
here to
crazy
see
shit as I have.
giants. After that, it's like whatever, you know. If anything, they're saying that when the giants don't take too kindly to people here, they get rid of them. So if we negotiate with the giants, that's like 7 birds with 1 stone,
Yeah.
and we don't have to do shit.
They're telling us to make nice with the
No,
giants.
he wants us to like help defeat the giants. That way they can do whatever ritual they want.
No, I'm trying to get the giants
But
Get past
us,
the
if we don't fuck with the Giants and try to like work with them, the Giants could fuck up these guys.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
don't have to do a thing.
We don't want to open the way for them by
We
killing the Giants.
we not only make the Giants our friends, but they also let us inside and fight our enemies for us.
Word.
It's a big maybe.
Big
It's better than
news.
working with the Shishipaniki people.
Unless
Yeah.
we want to just fight them in revenge. Visceral, just
I
murder
mean,
'em.
at this moment, the way we're positioned and the way their forces are positioned, we're kind of fucked. Especially
You
that the
said
rest
they're
of our
kinda fucked.
ally. I said we're kind of fucked. Especially the rest of our allies are like way over here.
I can literally see you over this guy's shoulder, but he cannot see me.
Yeah, but I think
We're
he
blazing.
means these guys are probably higher level and they still have numbers on us.
So we say our goodbyes and go talk to the last guy.
I was like, well, I am sorry, good sir, but we cannot help you out. We have a mission of our own, and I wish you luck on yours.
Deuces.
Well, good luck to you, fellow paladin.
So he
Way.
seems to be a paladin too. Ha ha ha. Noted.
Ramus already starts walking away because he doesn't want it, because he's trying not to start a fight.
Lord's
Assholes.
blessings upon you.
And
Which
also,
lord would
No,
that
I take
be
that back.
exactly?
Cultist assholes.
I definitely turn to and asks which lord exactly.
The greatest lord of them all.
we have something that we can get through to him with.
Is it steel?
Well, in my part, yes, but we do have that necklace of that great demon lord.
Oh, well, I think that's what he's talking. I think an Asmodeus worshiper. Do you want to flash it at him and be like, "Where is we know we got you, big boy." No, don't do that. That's bad.
Nah, we already put ourselves in a lot of shit the last time we did something.
It was more for getting out of situations instead of getting into them.
Yeah, let's try to hold on to this to help us get out.
So up to the last guy.
The guy, the writer, we gotta go.
The bard, the paladin,
Nice.
the poet.
The warrior poet.
So,
Hail and well met.
as you approach this little shack with the great big banner with the crown and the flaming hammer.
Oh, we're not going to the Emerald Knight. Oh, alright. Fuck it.
You do take note that this man is fairly well armored, has a rather significant sized glaive. Looks like it was made almost one size too big compared to him, but he still is able to wield it. As he looks to the rest of you, kind of stands up, spits on the ground. Are you here to talk with the keeper?
Nobody?
My audio keeps cutting out. Can you repeat?
Are you here to talk with the keeper?
Yes. Yes. Your voice is more intimidating than mine.
Alright. You follow me. You bring offerings. The keeper don't like those who don't bring offerings.
I was just going to ask. We've brought some gifts. Should we bring them first, or?
Bring the carts.
Can they see us from here?
For the coup and everyone else, yes.
So we like wave them down this path.
Down through the middle.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
Follow, 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 follow.
Ignore the cart size. Obviously, they would squeeze.
It's a big ass cart.
Damn.
Hey guys, is he for the speaker for the Giants or?
Probably the fur giant.
Mr.
Okay.
Furger.
First.
What was that? You cut.
We didn't want to check the Emerald Knight first.
I thought we were going to, but everybody ran by him.
We can talk to the Emerald Knight. Real quick.
Alright. You get 10. You get 10.
Oh, we'll be
Alright.
right back.
I guess while we're waiting for the cart, we go talk to him. We'll be back once the cart is here. Blah, blah, blah.
Alright.
The cart slowly meanders up.
Alrighty, so as you go to visit the Emerald Knight, you would notice that his house is pretty well blown out, but it also looks to be the most lived in. You can clearly see there's quite a few rabbit pelts and a few other things that have been strung up onto the walls that are have been set to dry for the time, or tan. As he looks to the rest of you, almost quizzically in a way, he immediately stands up, bows to all of you in a more of a noble fashion, kind of the one arm tucked underneath. It kind of just greets all of you. What do you seek, friends?
We were.
You ended up cutting out.
Oh, I said we were here to ask you the same question. What are you seeking?
A relic of the past. Something that people have said doesn't exist anymore, but I feel might still be very real.
Do we tell him or like hint at it?
And tell us. Can you describe it to us?
Well, many have romanticized history, and I myself have believe that I probably have come from one of those families, but others call me crazy that the runic knights of old a myth.
Are we telling him he's shit out of luck, or are we dragging him with us?
Up to you. You guys are
This is a
questioning.
democracy. We're actually looking for something similar.
Have you seen it with your own two eyes, Emerald Knight?
I have not. I've seen drawings. I think it might be just maybe drawings of the symbol that leads to it, but many have always said that coincides with the fine crafts of the weapons that they wielded as well. I would imagine that some of the reliquaries are more of the weapons with the smiths of old symbol imprinted on it, maybe the handle. I've a fair bit of research, but nothing solid satellite to really go upon other than this location, and it's rather hard to work around with the giants.
Well, then I guess they are nothing but stories until you actually see one, huh? And then I like put my hand on my sword. I don't show it to him or I don't take it out. I'm just being like a jerk, a little bit. I just like rest my arm on my sword.
And you can tell it definitely like clicks with him when you do that, as he kind of looks at the handle. You're here for the same things, you said.
Do not. My sound cut out. Fuck, what? We're all struggling with sound tonight. What the fuck?
Discord's being a fucking lovely.
He said, perhaps.
Might I accompany you then? And see with my own eyes what you discover up there.
So is that you saying you want to come with us?
A polite request, yes. I see you're all fairly well equipped, and you can see he does kind of glance at the sword again, kind of like dancing around the situation a little bit.
Can you fight? Because everybody fights.
I promise you, I can definitely hold my own. I have not lasted here this long without having to kill someone.
Well, what do you do when you come across the relic?
I haven't thought that far. I feel I kind of just want to prove to myself that they are real, and that my family did have one at one point.
For good or for bad?
For good.
What kind of family do you come from?
My family's been besmirched in many a fashion. An old house. I prefer not to say the name for now, out of respect, not to continue to sully their name. I know it's rather suspicious of me, I apologize, but I've already done enough damage with my ramblings, as some have put it.
Well, Ramirez turns around towards the party. What do you guys think? Is he coming or not?
Getting into a tribe of giants, we need all the hands we can get.
Alright. I turn back. Well, if you can fight, you can fight.
We've taken people on for less.
Yeah, but we also
sacrificed some for less.
I was gonna say we didn't even mean for that person to last as long as they did. We initially tried to kill him.
Nero just fucking seems to last forever. It's beautiful.
Alright, come on.
We'll get you into his bed.
We tend to somehow find trouble, so just be prepared.
I'll have my guard up at all times.
Sweet. So now we have someone who actually knows what they're looking for.
A researcher.
Are we going back to the giant dude?
No.
The Ark Guard posted up.
Aquaz, you good with that?
I mean, I'm right in front of them, aren't I?
He's more than ready.
Said I was born ready.
Bust a move and bust a groove. So, crossing the field to the hill with a large fortress head at the top, far bigger than you were expecting. At the front, you could see a rather large gatehouse. Looks like a giant sitting up in a fairly massive tower that has been beset by rocks, various tree logs lining the walls and making up the frame. Which, let me move you guys down here. As you do see this, the orc slowly leading you up the hill towards the entrance. You can see there are a few mushrooms, not near the main gate. It looks like they've been clearly brushed off, maybe even picked to be eaten by the giants. As it brings you up to the main front gate, he yells out, "We have all that want to give offerings." For that, you can hear a very heavy, lazy yawn as one of them seemingly get up, and you hear the heavy creak of wood.
If it wasn't implied, we picked the shit out of the mushrooms.
All right. Quickly run around this side of the wall and just like Alright. So that's easy enough. Well, you wait for the giants to open up the front door as they open up the main gate.
Hey guys.
As he kind of looks around, you can see what looks like a little bit of, decent quality chainmail and a large wood tree club.
I don't know if my character is blind, but I can't see anything.
Oh, hold on. They've altered dynamic vision. How dare you?
Can you see yet?
No, I cannot.
Man, they really fucking pumped up the night vision stuff because there's a lot here. There. Let me quick shuffle everyone's dynamic lighting on. I'm gonna have to relearn all the night vision shit all over again.
Oh no. Our worst enemy. Lighting.
Ah! Can everyone see?
I'll refresh just to give it a shot.
No, I can't see shit.
Damn it. Thank you, Roll20. You fucked me. You should be able to see up to the hill giant now. Or at least the
Can you see clearly now?
Oh, I can see down there. Yeah. That's
Is
like
the rain gone?
really, really down there.
What?
All the way in the bottom right corner of the map. You probably have to zoom far out to see.
Give me a second.
This dude looks very familiar.
The hill giant.
Yeah.
Erg.
Gurg.
Got some alcohol for you.
I got some beer for you, boys. Ooh.
Oh, you big strong boys, I bought you some beer.
Wow.
So, hopefully everyone can see.
Oh, I could always see.
Alright.
Oh my god, why do you do this to me, Josh? There we go.
I can't see, but it's because my eyes are closed.
I can't see John Cena.
I can see clearly now. My eyes are gone. Alrighty. So, the approach. You can see the hill giant at the main front gate. Goes to wave for everyone to enter into the main front watch area. As you do, the orc actually stands aside and lets all of you start entering in.
How nice of him.
Kidnapping the cart. Near. Kidnap everyone at the same time. So, as you do enter in, the hill giants are kind of milling about, looking at your cart and looking at all you guys, kind of pointing and waving. Does anyone actually speak giant?
Nira does.
That is true.
I only speak Gnomish and Dwarvish, which is short.
Well, I didn't. Can I? Nah, it's too late, isn't it? I was like, can I re-roll a language?
Why the fuck do I know Undercommon?
Because talking to drows cool.
I probably thought that was like street talk when I first made this character.
Street talk?
Yeah.
Well,
Street
We
talk.
have because we have common and then we have undercommon, and I thought undercommon was like street language, slum language.
That's racist.
I mean, there was no race implied, but sure.
So at that, the orc starts heading back to the town. Obviously, escorting another group of people who want to make offerings and such. As you are sitting there, Nira's trying to do her best to translate at that, as they're kind of pointing at all your different various pieces of equipment. As they do take notice at some of the casks and such, you can see these hill giants are looking now rather excited as they realize that you've brought the prospect of more beer.
Hey, party.
And so, with that, you can see the other one just like quickly starts shoving him, like pointing over towards the other wall. And Nira is saying that they're going to get the escort out for you in a very savage and simplistic way. The dude who shows you the way, as they put it.
That's what they said, the dude who shows you the way.
Alright, they're not smart.
Alright, fuck it.
But this giant will quickly come over, like slaps against the wall as hard as he can. You literally just hear as it sounds like another giant is like getting out of bed for a moment. It just thumps in like the slow, heavy footfalls.
Before he arrives, I ask like the group, guys, if everyone's been bringing these giants offerings, what's our play here?
Wait, what was that?
That's a great question.
Hopefully we have...
If everyone is bringing these giants offerings, what's our play here?
Hopefully we
commit?
have the best offering. We don't... We offer them the challenge of the other guy as well. And for the weapon, that's why he wants to challenge him, or he wants the weapon to challenge. But regardless, we play him up so we all get something. And I guess we also let them know there's cultists trying to take town. So we offer them information, gifts, challenge, beer. And hopefully that'll be enough to have them let us in.
Okay. Jin might not be able to speak giant, but we just need him to radiate some charisma while Nira is speaking. Of course, he's just running a drink, so but he can stand there.
All right. So with that, one of the other doors will break on open as they have heavy sit looking hill giant, looking a little better dressed. He's got a couple of fur pelts and such kind of stitched together for like a cloak on his back. The heavy blackened chainmail armor on his front as well. He looks over the entirety of yourselves and towards the group, but then sees the huge casks of golden ale. And in a very, very guttural fashion, speaking with Keeper.
Shite.
Oh, so he speaks common-ish?
Mm-hmm. It's very broken common.
I guess we ask if he would like to speak in common or he like possible translation of what we're saying into both.
With that, you can tell he very swiftly goes for speaking in his native tongue. But with that, he does point at one of the casks of golden ale that you have with you, and to leave it with the other two giants at the front gate.
Sure.
And also in very short stack of the translation, obviously, you tell that Nira points out that this guy will be coming back to have a drink with his buddies later. At this point, between trying to translate all of this, he does break down into a little bit of common, where you can tell he has a little more skill and knowledge. Follow me. Speak with Keeper, you must. And he goes to pick up a few of the other offerings to carry himself, like the other cask of golden ale and a few other meats and such that you guys have brought. You notice that he doesn't touch any of the adamantine or anything at all. He just grabs, like, the food stuff. Obviously, things that are the most prevalent to the hill giant. So, with that, you can see Ku and everyone else is kind of looking like, do we stay with the cart or go with you guys?
I guess they come with us. We don't really need to guard the cart anymore, do we?
It's fully well within the fortress.
Alright, so come on.
So with that, let's pack them in a little group there. Hill Giant will lead you to the side corridor here.
DM,
Yes.
do we sense any heat in here? Does the area just seem like warm at all? Does anything smell like it's burning or like a forge or anything?
Forge-wise, you do not. You smell what smells like fresh cooked food through the double doors here in the center. These two look like two grand hall doors. You hear quite a large amount of jovial noise. Sounds like partying through the double doors going into here. Anyone who does pass by, you'll notice through the massive cracks that are in the doors, huge amounts of other giants in there. Some that are hill, some that aren't hill giants. Quite clearly what looks like a bear is in there as well.
What the fuck are we getting ourselves into?
Is
Did we just find a circus?
it partying or is it being eaten?
The bear looks like a pet.
Ooh, does he have one of those hats? Does he have a fez?
Unfortunately not, but there's quite a lot of eating going on inside. You can see
Are the bears eating?
the bear is definitely eating. It looks
I'm
like they're
afraid
eating.
of what he's eating.
Yeah, it looks like they're eating another envoy that was probably here. But you do see that there is quite clearly cooked horse and other accoutrements inside. Other hill giants and ogres that look like they're kind of eating pumpkins and whatever else was kind of like squelched from the land around. So, amongst all of it, the other giants that you do see, one that is entirely gray, has various furs and pelts, one that is absolutely humongous and just a blubber of a gut and a huge chin that just drags down to his chest, almost making it one merging blob. And then another one who looks a little more pale. His teeth kind of stick out in the front, almost looks like a vampire in a way, but his hair is kind of combed back in a odd fashion with a blue vestige, long flowing cloak, as well as
Oh, okay.
yeah, as well as what seems like almost kind of wavy blue hair. But as the ambassador does continue to lead you forth, he opens up the side door, obviously avoiding the party section of the building. He'll go to start leading you down the main side hall here, which he does fill shoulder to shoulder through this hall.
The guy keep moving. Oh, here.
So, let me move you guys on over real quick.
Are we supposed to squeeze into this tiny corridor?
Yeah.
Is it this dude up here or this dude down here?
This dude Rain moving above you.
Okay.
He's terrifying.
Yeah, you can tell he fits in this hallway perfectly. So there will be a point where he passes by one of the main kitchens. Let me pull you guys all on up there. But you'll see that there's quite clearly what looks like the equivalent of what you'd be counted as a roast suckling pig, but is dressed up as what was previously other envoys that have come here.
I guess I ask them, what did they do wrong?
Insult keeper.
Yeah, they
No.
usually do it.
No offerings.
Huh. Turn around, any of you guys think the suit's envoy is in there?
Maybe. Not like I'm gonna help him out.
So,
We keep it pushing.
trucking down the hall. Alright. As you keep pushing on down the hall, it does expand. Passing by the double doors of the meadery in hall, you can hear huge amounts of noise going on. As you do pass by, you see that there's not only one humongous blubbery giant, but two. One that seems to just be stuffing its face silly with what looks like a horse leg. Fresh roast off the oven.
That's not.
So this guy leads you past the second kitchen, where you could
Are they
see
eating second breakfast in second kitchen?
there are quite a few people tied up, but it does look clearly like the envoys from the puffy shirt guy from Belarus, as he leads you into this side corridor where it passes a little bit like the Larda and to the stairs going down into the, well, secure fortress basement below. Yeah. So let me grab all of you.
Do the Hill Giants have like a surround sound system? Or are they playing these banging jams?
Sounds like someone's just banging on the drum, and it's someone else is kind of like equivalently playing on a log and other things like that. Just very, very tribal music.
Shit slaps.
They're playing the spoons, man.
Oh, camp thrashing like in Tarzan.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Alright. Everyone down in the appropriate section.
We're getting like a whole HGTV house tour.
Welcome to Cribs.
My giant plays the spoons. I roast envoys. Our budget is
I'm a kindergarten teacher who teaches how to sort crayons. Our budget is 20,000 mil.
I set people on fire. I hang them outside. I eat them. That's right, Phil.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh,
There's a lot of them, huh?
I don't think we could fight all these if we wanted to.
Oh dear.
You don't insult the guy.
Play nice, guys. Play nice.
Oh dear.
Oh god. So
We fought one of these guys and it was a pain in the ass down here.
Did we really though?
with that, you can see the ambassador goes over and sets everything down on the table and points for all of you to sit on the bench and wait, which the bench is probably at your chest.
We look like kindergartners on the bus.
Yeah, you look like a 2-year-old who's basically jumped up on the fucking big man's bench.
I'm a danger.
So with that, he meanders and like almost looks like a little scared as he goes to knock on this door. And with that, you can hear a very quick, loud and guttural roar of some giant on the other side, and then a very heavy scrape of metal as he picks something up. This giant like quickly huddles to the side near the other door as this man comes bursting out holding his axe, equivalently just saying, "What do you want? I'm playing with my pets." As you see this massive hunchback hill giant looking around, one scarred eye, messed up looking body, a very heavy looking shoulder plate, and looks at your group and then the offerings on the table. What do you want? As he speaks that in common towards all of you, and he looks to the other hill giant, like kind of points to the other direction. Well, make yourself useful down here, you fat shit. Make sure the others are still digging.
Oh, are these slaves here?
Lots of slaves.
Oh, isn't that nice?
You can hear what sounds like various parts of the undergrounds being dug constantly. But at the same time, as you do sit there, as he heads down this main corridor, you can hear very clearly the ring of an anvil. The forge is down here.
We've brought other gifts as well, I guess I say that. They're in our cart.
Have you come to speak with the king? As he kind of like looks at the casks, and you can see the door that's still open. It looks like there's a couple of apes that have been kind of chained up to the wall, and they're like jumping around and like throwing a few things around. He just kind of like looks over them and laughs a little bit and points at them, and you can see he probably torments the shit out of those animals as they're in his bedroom. But he kind of looks to the rest of you as he takes a look at the cask, goes to pop it open and start chugging back beer, and actually looks pleasantly surprised that it seems almost bottomless. Thankfully, you guys got the endless ones that restock every day. He looks very happy with this. Well, speak up. What do you want? Obviously, you're smart. You're bringing all the tasty stuff, keeper.
We would like to talk to this king. We do not need anything. Well, we do, but we do not.
You're looking for the king? The
Please.
Master.
Yes. We have brought him, so it seemed pretty personal gifts too.
He has a new fortress that he's made. He's left this one to keeper. If you're looking for the one who let Keeper have this potion himself, Keeper can get you there. You're looking
And how?
for King Snur.
I turned to the Emerald Knight, and I'm like, "Are you sure it is here, or is it with the king?"
If he left, he probably took it with him. They would not likely leave such relics behind.
I guess I turn back to the keeper. Yes. How do we get our gifts to the king?
Keeper will give ye one of me slaves to escort you there. Long as
Would
you
I?
got some other goodies that I might like. Unless you got something else Keeper might really want.
Like what?
Goodies, tasty ones. Maybe even where the other tasty ones might be in town.
There's I basically give him the shishu paniki. I'm like, not only are they rude, but they're also doing dark magic to try and take your town.
Ooh,
And also, I hear they are quite tasty.
roll a persuasion at advantage.
Okay.
Can we both roll since we're both trying to big it up?
Yes, you can.
Come on, Ramus. You should know better.
That's why I said, can we both do it? Because I'm the one who asked him.
Tasty and annoying. Perfect reason for Keeper to squash them without King getting mad.
Oh, and there's more to the south, I'm told.
Ooh, and there's more coming. Keeper likes this. I get to test me sharpest axe from the king on him.
I hear they go good with beer.
I like this. This endless barrel kind of thing you gave me is nice. I like
One more thing. There is a man in town who would like to barter for a weapon to have strength to challenge one of yours just for sport. And I know you guys like challenges.
If someone wants your weapon from the king, and then test us so we can squash them anyway. I like this man. I want to squash this man myself.
Well, maybe send an envoy to possibly talk to him because he would like to prove his strength, but he has heard of your legendary weapons, and he says nothing better to challenge you with than something made by you.
King Snur, he makes best weapons. He gave Keeper this axe. He cut through the stone like butter.
Well, we would like to offer him some materials to help him make.
You come with Keeper. I send someone to get that weird Scotian man from the weird little town. You join Keeper for tonight in banquet hall. We have fresh feasts. And with that, you can see immediately marching over. Fat shit! Get over here!
You call him fat shit.
Yeah, the ambassador who had very broken English, like quickly rushing over. He's got a fucking singular bugbear in his one hand. It looks like he's got a broken arm.
He's nice.
Alright, fat chick. I need to go to town. Find this man who wants to squash him after buying one of the king's weapons. What does he look like, you? He like yells at all of you real quick.
I guess I describe him and tell him where
Looks
he's
like
staying.
a dick.
Alright. Alright, Fast Chick. You go find his stuff. The man in red. Bring his shiny big old box. Make sure he comes with the box. I want to squash him and take the king's fresh-made weapon from him. With that, you could see the hill giant, dubbed Fat Shit by Keeper, go running off while carrying a bugbear with a broken arm up the stairs.
Bobby just wants to continue mining.
Harry Potter mustn't go back to Hogwarts.
And so with that, Keeper turns around. The rest of ye, come on. We gotta go eat some good food tonight. We got some fresh horse and others on the table.
Aaron turns around. Well, guess we've done weirder things on our adventure.
So with that, he's gonna lead you upstairs. And I'll quickly copy you guys on over. So, with that. Back up to here.
And we're off.
Alright, back to the dot. Now I can lighting real quick to open that. As he throws up on the massive doors, you can see all sorts of hill giants, some cloud giants, stone giants, chieftains, other ogres and such, all enjoying the banquet and feast. As Keeper walks in, pushes the hill giant aside. Come in, friends. We have new allies. King Snow's gonna like these tiny ones. I tell you, bring him a fresh horse.
Ramus whispers, good. I thought I was going to have to eat the envoy for a sec.
With that, you can see a lot of the... even Dia is like looking nervous. Ku looks like he's ecstatic as ever. Nero...
Oh, I turned to Ku. I'm like, please, don't get us fucking killed by Hill Giant.
These people are great, though. I mean, look what it's really tasty food. You can see him immediately, like, sneaking through between legs and tucking over to, like, some of the other questionable meats that are on the cooker. So,
I turned to the Emerald Knight and our new paladin. What's her name again? What the fuck is her name?
Dia, and she's a fighter.
Dia?
Yeah.
Fighter?
She's a samurai.
I turned to her and I said, I was like, I told you both this was going to get weird.
She just looks really fucking scared and is like, I'm not expecting to be surrounded by things that could squash us in an instant.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, this is actually the better part of some of our adventure. For once we're in a room full of things that aren't trying to kill us or possess us.
It's called growth.
It's called growth.
By this point, we're usually lopping heads up.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah, don't worry, the night is still young.
Alright.
What was that Jesus and Marrow thing? Proud of Charlemagne. That's growth.
Word.
So, as you guys kind of get dragged into this party in the main fucking room, the fucking main keeper kind of gives you guys like your own little table to kind of try and sit up at, even though it's the yeah,
We're kids sitting at the adult table.
pretty fucking much. It's like exactly that in the manner.
Where's Nira? Oh, there's Nira. Hey, Nira, looks like you turned out good. Better from the rest of your people.
Yay.
As you say the rest of your people, and she just kind of like looks at the rest. She's like, there are no other Goliaths here.
Yeah, get it straight.
I mean, you're part
Ramus,
giant.
Ramus turns around. Trust me, she's nothing like them.
At this point, you can actually see what looks like two ogres fighting over one of the fucking horse heads and trying to eat the eyeballs, and they're like trying to eat it as fast as they can as they tumble over each other.
Hey, it looks like Kupo Shack is about to be eaten too. Jin shouts to Kupo, Kupo, don't become a dish.
As he like clambers over the bear for a moment.
This dude is gonna get himself eaten.
As the night does continue on, you can see Keeper is talking to what is clearly his sergeant, asking if the young ones have been keeping in line and squashing anyone who gets too close to the fort. And Nira will actually kind of whisper to... Well, actually, no, she wouldn't even whisper. She just kind of says it, considering Keeper seems to be the only one able to understand all of you. It sounds like even though they've been getting envoys, they've been killing anyone else who steps out of the village at night.
Oh.
At night,
Yes. Would explain why some have probably disappeared or died before really returning.
do you think people trying to remove themselves during the day would make any difference?
Possibly. It seems like the Keeper is following under King Snur's orders.
Also, I really wish I knew Bugbear was a playable character. These things look badass.
So, as the party does carry on through the night, eventually, everyone getting to the point of drunk and rowdy, you can see a couple of hill giants are starting to like throw down with each other. No one really goes near Keeper or the sergeant or any such thing, but you can see that the two hill giants next to your table start fucking barreling over each other, and then eventually start rolling onto the table towards all of you guys. Go ahead and make dexterity saving throws as you are almost getting laid upon by two wrestlers.
Anybody who is 2 squares near me, when you roll your dexterity saving throws, add 3.
That's all.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
He's dead center of everyone.
Oh, okay.
I got a 22.
So would we roll for advantage or?
Wow.
Just flat dexterity and you add 3.
Why the fuck do I bother?
Rain doesn't even notice them coming. Just, huh?
Shit. At least you got a 4.
7.
I got a 10. Ramus got
I got
a
an
7.
11.
Iden's fine.
I didn't notice it's the giant rolling thing.
There's a lot of giant roly things.
What did we have to beat?
Yeah, I only had to beat a 14.
Oof.
Damn.
That means 1, 2, 3, 4 of us.
We're all getting smacked by giants.
Fucking body mass check. Oh. Fucking 40-10 of blubber coming at you.
I feel abused.
I feel molested.
22 bludgeoning damage from giants rolling over the top of you
Really?
as they
You gotta give us something there.
oh yeah, well definitely with that you can hear quite a few people are laughing at pretty much none of you died from that, but they are kind of pointing in surprise.
What, that none of us died from that?
Oh fuck yeah, like they're actually quite impressed with your durability. Like,
I'm the only
dude,
one
that
that
would
took
kill
health
like
on
a
myself.
commoner twice over. But at this point, you can see one of the other giants from across the table, the fatter ones. After that, you know, kind of having a chuckle, pick up a pumpkin and throw it at you, and
Why are people throwing shit at us now? Come on, man.
so throwing
Fight!
at you guys. Let's see which one is going for. So there's
What are they throwing at us?
A pumpkin.
A pumpkin. Let's see
Ourselves.
which person.
Why is he throwing a pumpkin at us?
'Cause he's a dick.
Because giants, bro. They don't make sense. Alright, so that's going to Thalos, ironically. But, 18 to hit you, Thalos.
18?
Yeah.
Well,
What's he rolling for that?
Can I take dodging as my action for this round?
Definitely could, so I'll re-roll the attempt at pumpkining.
Wait, but wouldn't he only take 1 damage?
For this, you wouldn't take any damage, actually.
Oh.
The second one, that's a definite miss, as it's a 12, so it barely misses you. It splatters all over the floor. As you can see, the other giants across the way, they look to be maybe chieftains, because they are, oddly enough, you would know for hill giants, the fatter they are, the more richer and more chieftain they are. The two across the way, definite chieftains of another hill giant tribe that have come to join Keeper in the feast.
Oh, these two?
Yep, the two Rotunda boys. As they, he throws the pumpkin across the way, and they just kind of like chuckle and laugh, and they like are clearly like egging you on to like, come on, throw shit.
Just started shit with us.
They're egging us on to throw shit?
Yeah.
Are there any lanterns above them or anything like that hanging at the top of the hall?
Above them, no. The main lighting source in this room is the
Is the pit?
cooking pit in the center. You can tell they're fucking with you to fuck with you, but they're having a good time in this fashion of like, come on, motherfucker.
Okay, I hop on the table. Druid cantrip, just druidism, to cause the fire in the center of the room to just raise to twice the height.
Alright. Go ahead and roll an intimidation.
Ooh, wait, before he does that, I want to assist him on that way he has advantage. I mean, I have the higher charisma for that, but he's the one doing it. He gets to roll it at advantage.
Already. Hit that with advantage. Oh, there you go. Oh, with that, you can see quite a few of the giants, as well as the horse on the center gets roasted pretty damn well. Everyone else is really fucking surprised. The only two out of the rest of these ones, aside from Keeper and such, who are obviously discussing military matters, are the Cloud Giant, this big guy here, and the Stone Giant. But you do see that the cloud giant kind of like looks at you and kind of like nods, like impressive.
Just raise my mug to him, and I hop back down.
It raises the tankard to all of you guys.
His bathtub.
Yeah, his literal bathtub-sized tankard. Because, fucking Christ, if I recall, yeah, cloud giants are usually like 20 to 30 feet tall. So this man is a fucking tower of fucking meat and muscle to you. But with all that going on, especially the two chieftains kind of like a little bit shocked and like, you know, pretty shaken at that demonstration, as they obviously were trying to be shitheads towards you. You know, kind of stave it off. You do see eventually, as the night kind of winds on, you start getting a little bit more respect from everyone. You can see that Kupo Shack is like scratching the back of the fucking bear's ears and like getting it to roll over and such. So at this point, you do see at the end of the night, one of the very, very drunk ogres comes over and like sits down at one of the benches and like puts down an arm to fucking like arm wrestle one of you.
Whoa, I'm down for this.
I was gonna volunteer Nira, but you got it.
Where's this giant at?
He's right across the way on the table.
How big is this dude?
Alright, I sit across from him.
Alright, so alrighty. So
Nah, that's fine. I can sit on Nira's lap.
it's
She's
true.
tall.
She keeps you at the perfect height.
I'll fuck you up.
Are you moving in on his woman? Good job.
I'm always up for challenges.
Alrighty. So, with that, it's gonna be athletics as you go to compete with this guy, as he's gonna throw down his strength for it.
Alright.
And you roll a 2, and he rips your arm off. Oh!
God damn.
You know, now we can't like do combat this session because it's all gonna be 3.
Fucking Christ. Alrighty. So, as he goes to fucking attempt to fucking arm wrestle you, just
Oof.
fucking actually managed to push him down pretty quick. As he
I take his tankard and I just try to lift it up. I'm like, yeah!
You can easily do that. Just grab it, fucking one hand, start lifting it up. Arm shakes a little bit because you're raising it straight up, but yeah, he like begrudgingly walks away. You're like a little sad he lost his tankard from that. And just got his ass beat by someone who's like half his height and shit. At this point, you can actually hear quite a few of the fucking giants and other such are like laughing and pointing, and like they're just fucking impressed and amazed with you guys. You're making quite a good impression, especially with the guys who tried to start shit earlier. Counting them down, starting up the flame, fucking just impressive demonstrations all around. So
Now we need somebody who could drink them under the table. Jin looks towards his sister. You're up. You were born for this.
You want to go for it? You want to try and drink a hell giant under the table?
Oh my god, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
She's like, I waited 1.5 years for this session. I can do this.
Alrighty.
I don't think any motherfucker out of here.
Alright. So one of the hill giants are definitely gonna gladly step up for this challenge.
I raise my tankard in the air and offer any challengers the wine thingamajiggies I stole earlier. Whoever beats me get these really, really yummy wines.
Alrighty.
Liquor begets more liquor.
So the hill giant's definitely gonna fucking step up for this. It's gonna be a contest of best of 3 con checks here. See who holds their drinks well here.
All right. So what do I do?
She's got to get advantage on this. She's fucking.
You underestimate how much
master over here.
a hill giant drinks, friend.
She's drank the whole trip. Like, I don't think she's been sober through this whole trip.
That's fair. You know what? I will let her have advantage for this one.
She's literally been drunk through the whole campaign.
Praise the alcohol, Jesus.
All right. So these are gonna be three flat con saves, or well, no, 3 flat constitutions.
Okay. Just roll them.
Yep. And it's gonna be best of 3.
Oh.
Fuck.
Uh,
Shh. Wait, I'm about to lose. Hold on.
This is like the beginning.
All right, so
Hold
it's
on.
neck and neck.
Okay.
That's a tie.
Okay. Is best of 3 or best of 5? Hold on.
Best of 3.
Best of 3?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, holy shit! So, you guys didn't think it was possible. The fucking start of it, like, you can see the hill giants, like, laughing and, like, slugging it back. Rain just gets, like, the fire in her eyes and pissed off and just, like, grabs the fucking tankard and starts slugging it back as hard as she can. You can see, like, wine and shit pouring over her chest armor and shit. And the giant is, like, actually having trouble trying to chug fast enough with this shit. And eventually, like, falls out of his fucking chair and just fucking spills everything.
It's the beginning of, what is it, Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah, exactly that. The fat dude smiling like, "Urgh."
Just dies.
So I would like to say that I wipe my mouth off and I straighten my little armor, you know, get some dignity back for a couple of seconds, and I ask the challenger what's my prize.
He's out like a fucking light on the floor. So whatever.
So then
You do see
I'm
he's
gonna
wearing a
kick his
gem-studded
foot.
belt.
I'm gonna kick his foot and repeat my question. What is my prize, good sir?
Got to add bitch at the end of that. Bitch.
And I
Bitch?
said, bitch. No, I didn't say it, but I thought it, you know.
So with that, he'll actually take off this gem. He'll actually take off this gem-studded belt and go to hand it to you since you won.
Woo!
It's a simple, giant-sized gem-studded leather belt, but
Look,
it is.
it doesn't look like a title belt over her shoulder.
It pretty much looks like a title belt on her now. And it's worth about 400 gold because of the gems.
She should jump on top of the table like a WWE person.
Just gonna carry it over my shoulders, mad proud, and just walk out this place with my dignity, with my pride and my prize.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna put one giant belt.
So with
Goodbye,
that,
child.
this guy gets hauled off to the corner, the drunk corner.
Better not.
All right.
I'm deeply proud of myself. I just want to, in my drunken stupor, I look at my companions and I tell them, like, this is what I've been training for, and I'd like to thank all my, what the fuck do you call you guys?
Cups.
I just want to thank you for your support and buying me all those drinks at the tavern, and, I feel like I've been waiting for this day my whole life.
Jen leans towards Ramus, goes, I don't think we bought her any drinks.
We didn't, yet somehow she always had several.
I'm just a pro. That's all it is. I'm just a pro. It doesn't help that I've been chugging whiskey this entire fucking session.
Well, seems like your body was made for it at this moment.
Man, it was like my character and my spirit really bonded.
You were one.
The ultimate
We are one.
combination.
We are one.
Alrighty.
So progress.
So at that, after all those events, you can see you definitely have the respect of the room. The highest one in the ordning, the one clearly with the most respect, especially tipped a glass towards Dallas, will come over and take a seat, the cloud giant, and look into the rest of you. And in common, with such a unique group of people, I have not seen anything demonstrated in such, well, boisterous, loud, and proud situations. Why did you come here? Really? It's not every day that humans like yourselves and other kind of dared to feast with giants.
I just want to point out that I'm drunk and barely able to put together a sentence,
That's fair.
which is like my usual thing too. But whatever.
What she see, what I think she is trying to say is, we have a goal.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Hopefully you find your goal with the king that you're looking to meet.
What brings you here, if I may ask?
The bountiful feast, and also the curiosity of trinkets.
What kind of trinkets?
He kind of looks at the sword on your hip. I've seen such before. I may not look it, but I am 500 years old.
Interesting. Between us, we're possibly trying to find some. No, I don't say that. We're curious about these as well.
You can see the Emerald Knight is like, at this point, almost practically spitting his fucking drink out. After the fucking statement of that, and then also the confirmation of like the Cloud Giant, and you guys still looking for some as well. Well, hopefully you may make good use of it when you find more of them.
Sure, trying. Seems everyone else keeps trying to keep them from us for their not so good reasons.
Just be wary. Those from the Nine Hells. They'll do anything to get it.
Oh, trust me, we know that already. Do you know if the one you saw possibly still was?
I believe it is exactly the one I saw before in the past. The king came by it. I'm not sure.
You're doing a lot of digging, so I'm not surprised.
You have your name.
You can call me Arvon.
Met Lord Arvon.
And yeah, I guess I introduced myself to him too. Arvan?
Yes. Aravon.
Lord Arvon. we seek the king's ear. Perhaps you'll be closer to it. Understand, there are factions that will attempt to manipulate the king, to woo them to his side, to their side. Giants have all they need, and what they don't have, they can take what they want. If you have any say in it, or you have his ear, make sure that he does not fall into sway of, well, rich pisslings.
I definitely have more than his ear. I have his respect, and obviously, one so young does not have knowledge of the ordning.
There's plenty of these demon-worshipping assholes around.
Then they are close by again.
Hopefully not for long. Yes.
Shupaniki are a plague on the world.
They seek only to devour it and possibly look for these relics to help them.
What would you do if you did perceive these relics?
That is, I do not know if me, because as you see, I already have one.
So you simply aim to collect them?
There's a war. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The war amongst demons is not the business of humankind, but there will be human casualties if this war is to continue. We would defend mankind.
If they'd keep it to themselves,
Created by the
maybe.
demon.
If they'd keep it to themselves, maybe this would be much easier, but that is not the case.
So you seek to return this land to prosperity, then? Make sure that the demons and devils do not get whatever their clutches are on these items.
Is correct.
They ran us out. They ran us together.
You can see he is studying all your faces pretty carefully. Not so much Rain's, because she's shit pissed drunk.
Beyond. Wait, we're talking about in-game. Never mind.
Yeah.
Rain has her own demons to face.
I'm not one who likes to try and save the world, but I guess that's where we've ended up.
I see you have quite a burden then on you. I have one last question then. What did you bring to offer to the king? He is a picky man.
It was a shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like raw adamantine or something like that.
Yeah, that too. Some of the best smithing and hopefully smithing material. We heard he's very skilled at hand, so we brought him something very rare and special to help him out.
Ingots of the rarest metals for him to craft his work with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, that's right. Because I'm not lying. I'm not trying to lie. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's true.
All right, sorry.
And beer.
Yeah. And
Lots
diamond
and lots
shaped
of
like
beer.
Hydra. No, that's just the truth.
But he looks at You wisely study your matters before going headlong into them. Once this feast is done in the morning, when you have rested, I will be your escort to the king's fortress.
Do us great honor, Aravon. I sort of bow my head to him.
We thank you for your help. Let us know. Let us know if there's any we may possibly eventually do to repay you.
Just do not let them fall into the demons and devil's hands.
We let our newfound friend with the cane and the attitude know they were already here.
Well then, it'll be an early morning. Like that, he slugs back his massive bathtub tankard of beer, sets it down upside down on the table. I'll see you at your cot in the morning.
Good morning, then.
We thank you.
That he'll head through the Great Hall towards, obviously, the location of where he'll be staying. So,
some good old-fashioned RP. Oh shit.
We do.
Good spot to leave off on. As we'll finish out the night having a good old party with the rest of the giants and ogres in the room. And in the morning, Aravon will be your escort towards the king's castle, the fire giant king.
He's so nice.
I liked him.
Such a nice boy.
Oh, one more thing before fully topping that off. All of you can make me a perception roll if you like.
If you like.
Yeah.
We're already in the belly of the Sarlacc. Oh, nah, it's not with advantage. Hold on.
Dang.
Since I'm like the only sober one.
Alrighty. So, Ramus and Thrice will notice this. Rain is just a little shy. You think you might have seen this Rain, but you're not too sure because of how much you had to drink that night. But you could have sworn it wasn't for long, but you had a pretty clear image of when you did see it. You think you saw Pelgrim at the party.
No shit. Do we know from where? Like where we thought he was?
When you saw him, he was near the main cooking pit at the center.
Hey, was it just Pelgrim?
Just
Because I thought I saw the lady also.
For that one, it was just Pelgrim.
Do it just him?
Just him. Very clearly know that he is still following you closely.
Well, I did say they're already here.
Mm-hmm.
If at any point I met his eyes, I just want you to know I just visually I reaffirmed that I'm going to kill him. But
it's that passing moment in the party where it's like slow motion, you guys lock eyes and you do just the thumb across the throat.
yeah.
Some 80s jams come on. Patrick Swayze's in the back sweating.
Wow, wow, wow. Alrighty. Let's get you guys some XP because you actually did really well.
I'm sober.
Hell yeah! Here, I thought a fight was about to break down between the Shishipaniki and you guys.
Nah. Didn't seem very optimal.
Alrighty. So you guys got
We got sober.
yeah, sober, 650 XP each, as well as got in good with the Keeper, and also you now have the escort from the Cloud Giant, Eravon. I'll be able to pick up on some interesting shit on the next time you go visit the Fire Giant King.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I didn't catch any of that. My audio dead just died, and I was like talking, but
We are having some audio issues tonight.
Man, Discord was being
I was
a
like-
real pain.
I was like, "Why is nobody talking back to me?
Got
Nobody
it.
can hear me."
I'm gonna
Yeah,
let the
okay.
Discords load and hit it. Night, guys. Have a good one. Thank you so much for running.